So we're live over there.
All right, we're live. We are officially the last podcast. Officially the last podcast.
Oh, we are just having some fun. We are just getting ready to have some fun over here. Oh my goodness, what a day it has been.
You guys, unfortunately, you don't get to see the good banner like you get on some of the other ones.
Yeah.
This is the party one today. We're partying today.
We are partying like
We got
rock
sound.
stars.
We got sound.
We got sound, and we are live. Welcome to the Intro to Crypto podcast, live with you every Monday and Friday. Michael Cristoforo, David Lamel. We're excited to be a part of your lives over here every week. We want to thank you so much for showing up and being with us. It's Friday. Michael, what a crazy 24 hours.
Party time. Party time.
Last week we sat down here. I'm sorry, Monday. I can't believe it's been Monday. It's Monday. We sat down on Monday, and we talked about what is happening in the crypto market. We did XLM and we had XRP. We did a specific podcast talking about the two narratives on both of these, and what has changed since Monday to today is kind of mind-boggling. Let me just make sure we have all our streaming live over here. Hold on one second. Make sure we don't miss anything. All right. We are live there. We are live there. We are good. So what's happened since Monday with XLM, it was at 25 cents. And now XLM is at 37 cents. What a pump. They haven't had a pump like this. I think it might be the highest it's hit so far since the beginning.
Nope.
Since the beginning when it first opened up?
Nope. It's been higher.
It's been higher.
It's been 70, 80 cents, maybe even more. I just don't recall off the top of my head. In the last 5 years, it's definitely been in the 70s and 80s.
Well, the fact that we are right now,
which is nice because now you can buy it still. If you think you got too late, it's still 37. It's probably half of what I know it to be. I can do a map and see it.
So if you bought on Monday XLM and you bought, 1,000 shares, you would have made right now 33% on your money, right? Yep. 33% it's up, which is mind-boggling. What can you buy in a few days and make that kind of interest on your money? The Bitcoin craze is obviously the godfather in moving the market across the board for everything all over the crypto market and assets. We are at 108 on Monday, and we are at 117 today. We were as high as 118 with Bitcoin. They had a 9% move, a much different kind of move than we had with the XLM, and XRP, the XRP army, was at 227 on Monday, and we were as high as 297 today. We are right around 275 today as of we speaking right now, with an 18% jump, which is part of the reason why we talk about, and especially Michael, why it's important to buy what you can afford to buy today. You're priced out of the Bitcoin most likely. Bitcoin is an amazing to buy if you have the money to buy it. Yes, you can buy pieces of it, but the amount of interest you're going to make on the Bitcoin versus buying like XRP or XLM is a huge difference on what you're going to make on it percentage-wise.
Where else? 33% is a lot better than 9%.
Unbelievable.
That's for sure. And you can buy a much bigger bag of these things. And when they do go up, and they will go to multiple dollars, maybe even thousands down the road.
We're definitely looking at these things from a short-term versus long-term gains on what you're looking at. And as you know that the crypto market, digital assets, by the way, let's start from the beginning. This is not financial advice. This is your friends, David from Team Powerhouse Global Banker and Michael Cristoforo with GRA Mortgage. Two people in the real estate industry trying to make sure you're educated as much as possible about what is happening behind the scenes in the world of digital assets and cryptocurrencies. Something that you want to make sure you learn about, get involved in, be a part of your lives because it is happening. And either you know it or you don't. I'm not even sure if on the business news this was even talked about today or the last 24 hours. But I can say that it's all going to probably come out in tonight's news. I wouldn't be surprised if they talk about it at all. And
if at all,
it's wild because people today out there are not even have any idea what's happening. If they're not in crypto yet, they have no idea what's happening in the crypto world. and how to get involved in it. And the ones who are listening to us and get in touch with us, who are so happy that they got involved and thankful for learning slowly about what's happening. We're trying to make sure this is an easy understanding and piece of information for you to kind of build upon, right? And you can always go to YouTube and research and look up XRP and XLM and all the different kind of things that are of importance to learn about and lots of people listen to. But right now we have frenzy going on. It's a frenzy. And everybody's excited. Why are they excited? BlackRock, Fidelity, and other asset giants are now pouring capital into crypto ETFs, which is the whole goal of this, is becoming regulated, right?
Yeah.
And the government regulating this stuff here is going to increase the amount of people who are actually buying these crypto digital assets, which is going to create a massive surge and the driving force of people buying, getting involved in it. ETFs are pulling in billions in volume, with XRP, Solana, and ADA likely next in the line after Bitcoin and Ethereum. Pretty big stuff.
We've been talking about this for weeks now. So it's getting closer. The ETFs are still not approved for the XRP, but it's coming. And so they're starting to buy. It looks like that. At least that's the narrative that we're being told.
We're being shown and being told.
Yeah.
We're seeing it happen live.
Yeah.
It's crazy stuff. When it started happening, you texted me, I texted you, my son's texting me.
Yeah.
My other people that we talk to all over social media that are reaching out to me, oh my God, it's happening.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, listen, remember, whatever you're buying right now is still the bottom. Whatever you can afford to buy, continue buying and build your bags. Do the best you can with what you have without taking away from your financial situation at home and food and life. It's your extra powder that you're using to invest over here. Institutions don't have FOMO.
Yeah, fear of missing out.
They don't want to miss out. They want to be involved in it.
But we as retail, this is the big thing. You know, as soon as they see all these green candles and oh my, I didn't make 30% on XLM, and now they're all running to buy the XLM.
That's right.
Rather, there's been a saying in the crypto market since I've been in. They've been like, don't chase green candles. So and that's what everybody does.
Although at the same time, if you're getting into it for the first time, you're not chasing the green candle. You're learning about what a green candle is, because again, you're buying it at such a small fraction of what it's going to be.
Right, but they're looking at the green candle for the day. So like, perfect example, XLM is up today. It's up to 37 cents. And people say, oh, I missed out. I should have bought. And then they run after it. That's the fear of missing out.
Right.
But ultimately, long term, you really, when you're buying good quality stuff, it was on sale it was a great sale on Monday. It's still very reasonable.
Right.
When it goes to $2, $5, or $10 or $100,
yes,
is this going to matter that you bought it at 37 cents versus 25 cents?
And that's what I keep reminding myself. When I'm buying, again, a little bit at a time here with whatever scraps I have, I'm reminding myself that this is not for day trading. I'm not a day trader. I'm buying for the long haul, the long-term hold. I'm not planning on selling anything. There are people that talk about they're going to dump out at $10. They're going to dump out at whatever, $8. Our suggestion to you is not to sell. Just continue to hold it. Just like if you have stock in the stock market, your 401k, you don't go and call up your financial advisor and say, okay, the market's up, let me sell my stocks. Right? You're looking to when you retire. What's going to happen is if you buy correctly when it comes to crypto and these things we're talking about over here, it will retire you. You don't have to retire. You can continue to work, but you'll have enough assets in your portfolio that'll allow you to live differently, knock on wood.
Off of the interest or the dividends or so forth like that. That's what we're looking for.
That's the end goal for us. Ripple's RLUSD and FedMaster account news. Ripple applying for a FedMaster account is groundbreaking. Signals that crypto is becoming part of the U.S. financial backbone. RLUSD, backed by BNY Mellon, brings trust and legacy to the blockchain. let's talk about that for a second.
Sure.
Because
Absolutely.
Mellon is something that is historic, right? Talk about the historic part of Mellon over here.
Mellon is the oldest bank in America. The oldest.
I never even knew what Mellon was until we talked about it just now. The oldest bank in America is about to safeguard the newest form of money. BNY Mellon's legacy, established in 1784, trusted by institutions for centuries. Custody role of RLUSD, which is Ripple.
That's Ripple's U.S. dollar, it's stable coin.
they will manage and secure Ripple's RLUSD reserve. That's mind blowing.
It's crazy.
Who else do they manage?
I don't know who else they manage, but that's a huge endorsement for Ripple. You know, my question is what's Ripple getting ready to do? You know, we just got through talking about the master, what was it called? The master Fed master.
Fed master account news. Yep.
Yeah, we just talked about
The
that.
accounting ground. Yep.
So we just talked about that Fed, and now they're having all the custody being run by the largest bank. And when you actually have this Fed master policy, or what is it called? Fed master.
They're calling it
Fed
the.
master.
Hold on. They jump all over our pages over here. My apologies. Fed master account. Fed master accounts. The RLUSD, backed by BNY Mellon, brings the trust and legacy to blockchain.
Well, basically, this Fed number that they were talking about when I did my research on this before we came on was that they're going to be able to get right into the Federal Reserve with this. So we already have.
That's right. We were talking about that before. Yes.
Yeah. So we have BNY Mellon holding all the U.S. dollar for Ripple, and now we have Ripple dealing with the Fed now. I mean, the Fed with this master thing that's going to allow them to deal directly with the Federal Reserve. It's sort of
Institutional green light.
it's crazy. It's
Large-
craziness.
Large institutions hesitant about crypto will feel more secure now. Accelerating RLUSD adoption from Wall Street firms to global cross-border partners sets precedents for crypto native and companies TradFi and DeFi partnerships playbook. I mean, it's Mellon. You know, when I think of Mellon, I think about the back to school. Wasn't that his name, Mellon? Mr. Mellon or whatever it was.
Yeah, I think you're right.
All right, so let's go into a couple more things over here with the I'm going to talk about Brad Garlinghouse.
Oh, perfect.
Brad
Perfect.
Garlinghouse, if you know who he is the CEO
Yep.
of Ripple, aka XRP. He was at the White House. He's sitting down at the table.
It's in D.C.
So,
He's sitting in front of
Brad
Congress.
meets with U.S. officials and Treasury insiders, push for regulatory clarity of digital assets, advocating for public.
Can you stop that for 1 second?
Yes.
Repeat that sentence again. No, because he's talking about the Fed. We've been talking about the Fed.
Yeah, pushing for regulatory clarity on digital assets.
But keep going.
Advocates for public-private collaboration, not exclusion.
It's, you know, I mean, once again, though, we have the Fed, they're working with the Fed. You have BNY Mellon. You have him in Washington, D.C., and he's dealing with the Federal Reserve.
The Federal Reserve.
So start putting this together in the Treasury,
pieces.
Federal Reserve. What is going on? I mean,
What is happening with XRP?
it's you know, we've been saying this is the whole
stars-
reason why we're here.
The stars are lining up.
The stars are all lining up very, very quickly. As far as I'm concerned,
It's not only is it lining up, but if you are following just a little bit to understand what's happening here with Ripple, with XRP, the financial institutions, they're all sitting down at the big table together. And they're talking about how to create a new financial system and how XRP is going to play a role in the future of a financial system.
Yep.
And this has probably a lot to do with why the market is exploding. And
No doubt.
not only is it exploding, it's groundbreaking. It's just beginning to explode. Over the weekend, which is always interesting because crypto being 24/7, as the regular markets are not open 24/7, it'll be interesting to see what happens with these assets. Do they spike up because Europe and all these countries all over the world who are jumping in, seeing what happened in the last 24 hours, right? We might see XRP over 3. We could see
What's your prediction? What's your prediction?
I'm going to see that XRP goes over 3 or hits 3 by Monday for sure. If not at 325. That's where I think we're going to see XRP over the next couple of days.
Right there, you're getting right to the top end.
Yeah, well, it's the beginning of the top end because from there,
historically, that was the top end.
right? I think it's going to go from there. It's going to shoot up. It's going to go into the 5s. I think it's going to go from there right to the 5s. Boom! It's going to just start climbing,
And then your lips to God's ears.
it's going to go from the 5s, and it's going to go to the 8s, and then it's going to go from the 8s to the 10, and the 10 to the 12, and then to the 15. This is all going to happen, and we have. Oh, by the way, is the 12th or the 14th?
Yeah, Fed now.
Is that the 12th or the 14th? I forgot.
12th is tomorrow.
Yeah, that's right. So it's probably the 14th, which is next
Monday.
Big things are happening on Monday.
Yep.
We're waiting to hear what they have to say about
And that might
stuff.
be part of this as well.
So with Brad, again, this is not financial advice. This is my prediction. We're just talking here as friends, everybody, right? We're talking amongst friends. And what do you think? Let us know what you think. We want to know what your thoughts and feelings are with the digital assets in crypto and XRP, XLM, Bitcoin. I think Bitcoin hits 125,000 by next week for sure, if not by Monday. Oh, wow. We need to plug this computer in. We don't want to run low on this one here. We got a temporary time for 1 second. Because then we lose everything over here.
Yeah, the 125, I could see it, for sure.
125,000 by.
I mean, we just went up, last night we went up, 5,000 or 6,000 in, just a matter of an hour or two. So
It's definitely.
doesn't take long.
Bitcoin will be 125,000 by next week, if not before then.
If it is, then you will definitely see much higher prices across the board.
Bitcoin is carrying the crypto market. It's the gold of the cryptocurrency.
Well, what percentage of the
Except-
market? You can check what percentage of the market right now with all this rally going on. What percentage of it is Bitcoin?
Very small.
No, it's very big.
When you say what percentage of the market, what carrying the market? I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I think
Yeah.
the increase it's making.
No,
I'm sorry.
No. I mean, so I think it's. You can actually go on websites and you can take a look to see like what the dominance. They call it Bitcoin dominance. I think the Bitcoin dominance. I think it's 70%. So 70% of the market is Bitcoin.
Yes.
But what they keep saying all the time is that when Bitcoin tops out, everybody will, not everybody, but you'll have a lot of selling, and that selling will turn around and trickle down into all the alts. So you end up having a rally to Bitcoin, and when the Bitcoin rally fizzles, that's when you're going to start seeing a lot more of this alts all taking off. So we expect much bigger things going on.
More to come, especially with Brad Garlinghouse. The policies framing for crypto and payment systems, Ripple showing how RLUSD could complement the FedNow or existing rails, positioning Ripple as a compliance first innovator, differentiating themselves from other projects under scrutiny. Brad's presence equals message to the markets. Ripple isn't just talking this decentralization; they're bridging Washington and the blockchain, and that's everything right there. They're bridging Washington and the blockchain. It's Friday. It's the intro to crypto. There's just so much going on here to kind of even talk about and get into. I hope that this was helpful for Mike and I to kind of talk about. You are excited, you're confused, you want to know what to do. Do your research, look it up, understand, go to Google and what is XRP? What is a blockchain? What exactly is going on? Who's Brad Garlinghouse? What is XLM? Why would I want to invest in that? What is Hedera HBAR? What is
that was another one. That was another one. HBAR, even HBAR. we said that a week ago was 15 cents. Today, what was it, 19?
20, I hit 21
19
cents.
no, 21.
What is XDC? These things are what they call blue chip type of cryptocurrencies that you want to get involved and learn about.
Yep.
So hopefully you're learning. I want to thank you so much for joining us. It's Friday. Have an amazing weekend. Michael Cristoforo, Dave Lamel, we're out.
Bye.